The Israeli Security Cabinet has recommended approving the Gaza ceasefire and hostage return deal. The ceasefire would halt fighting that has razed much of the heavily urbanized Gaza, killed over 46,000 people and displaced most of the tiny enclave's pre-war population. The deal would come into force on Sunday with the release of the first lot of hostages. Here's our report.
The Israeli Security Cabinet has approved ceasefire deal with Hamas and the release of hostages. The deal will pause the 15-month war for an initial 6 weeks. Hamas is expected to release the first hostages on Sunday. Earlier, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu headed an operational security assessment meeting with members of the negotiation team that returned from Doha on the implementation of the Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. The agreement would halt fighting and bombardment in Gaza's deadliest ever war and initiate the release of dozens of hostages held in the territory since Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. As per the deal, hundreds of Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails would also be released in ensuing weeks. Meanwhile, Hamas in a statement said that it was committed to the deal and all obstacles that arose in relation to the terms of the ceasefire agreement have been resolved. Even before the start of the truce, Gazans displaced by the war to other parts of the territory have started preparing to return to their homes. In Israel, there was joy, but also pain over the fate of hostages who have died or been killed since their capture.
This deal comes too late for my son Guy, whose life will not be saved, but he can be brought back home to burial here. Our work is not done. We will not rest until every hostage is home. The living and the dead, they all need to return to us.
The ceasefire deal is also hailed across the globe. Hundreds of pro-Palestinians rallied in Jakarta to celebrate ceasefire deal. Canada also witnessed such scenes of celebration. Hundreds of people rallied in front of the Israeli consulate and called for an end to the war in Gaza. Bureau Report, DD India.